All right, guys, welcome back to Marantz. Rantz, plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. Follow me. SVB collapsed. FDIC rolls in, and there's about $150 billion worth of uninsured deposits. It's not a big number compared to a lot of other banks, but I will tell you something. This bank is specific. This bank has nothing but companies in it. It's a commercial bank, and all those companies have employees. And all these guys the payroll's not going to get paid. The vendors aren't going to get paid. The suppliers aren't going to get paid. Therefore, people are going to lose their jobs. Now, the government is posturing right now. 2 days in a row now, this has been the headline. Treasury Secretary rolls out a bailout for SVB. Last time I saw this happen was in Lehman Brothers. When Lehman Brothers went down, they were telling the whole world, we're not going to save it. We're not going to save it. But Hank Paulson said we had to. At the time, the treasurer went into Bush and said, we have to save this company. Because if we don't save them, if we don't bail them out, if we don't connect it and help JP Morgan Chase and every other bank out there buy up all this bad debt, it's going to crumble the economy. It's going to crumble the world. And that is what's happening now, but on a different level. And I'm going to explain it to you the best way I can. Come Monday morning, they have to announce how much or what's the percentage of the uninsured deposits that they can cover. That right there will trigger a bank run. And it will lower confidence in other companies that are in other banks that are not secure as well. You never know, right? Regionally, it could be that way, but obviously the big boys, they're going to tell you that they have cash and they're okay. They're not over leveraged. Well, guess what? The big boys are on the board of directors with SVB. And did they allow this to happen? Absolutely. Is it a trigger? It could be. It could be the pump that it is, but I'm looking at it from the Fed standpoint. The Fed knows that if they increase rates, they're going to crumble someone and something over and over again until they get you into that self-induced recession. And I told you, we have to lose jobs. The jobs report tells you that we don't have enough unemployment and you need more if you want to declare it a recession, right? We want to curb inflation and we want to curb these rate increases. Well, what do? You got to have everybody lose their damn job. And how do you do that? You attack the bank that actually has the companies in it. That's one. Two, Monday morning when they announce, that could trigger bank runs on other banks, even regional sized banks. And then when that happens, you lost all confidence in this sector. I want to tell you, Gary Becker, who's on the board of directors for SVB, who's the acting CEO, he literally is on the board of directors for the Fed, for the San Francisco Fed. He knows that if he raises rates, if they raise rates over there at the Fed, that they're going to crumble this bank that he actually runs. So what does he do? He sells his shares. And what do all the insiders do? They sell their shares. And I know it's a window of selling shares, but it's how they make money because they eliminated their bonuses, right? If you go look at the pay that they have at that bank, they took away the incentive for bonuses and they gave them more. They gave them a bigger raise on their base salary last year, knowing damn well this bank was headed in a different direction. Even if you look at the stock price, you can see that. But as far as how many deposits they have, and what it costs to do business, you'll see that they were going downward, about 16% a year. And I've already outlined this on part 9. You guys can go watch that, Connecting the Dots part 9. But what I want to tell you is this. Come Monday morning, if they don't announce that someone's buying up this debt, and if that percentage point isn't high enough, if it's 50 or 60, it better be 90, it better be 80, somewhere in that range. You got to try to instill some confidence here. But the fact that the administration will not bail out this bank tells you one thing. They wanted this to happen. They're okay with it happening. They're okay with people losing their jobs. People are going to lose thousands of jobs, right? Everyone out there is going to lose their job. Now, how does that really matter? Well, it matters in two spectrums, right? One, a re-election in a year and a half from now, and everyone's excited to see the recovery of America from this standpoint moving forward. And if you're like me, where I own a great company where that's been shorted for 2 years to the day, Grandma Nina's birthday, March 10th, you name it, you saw what happened to the stock. You saw what happened on my father's birthday, January 28th, up and down. And those are just random dates that speak to me, and the universe speaks to me at that point. But I'm telling you, I love the company I buy, but go look at all these companies that are going to go under. How many people have money over there in SVB? That's what I ask you guys. And they allowed this to happen. The government's okay with it happening this way. It's tough when the big players need help. But we bought, listen guys, we saved automobile companies in '08. We saved housing in '08. We saved banks in '08. And now you're telling me a bank fails, 2 banks failed. No one's talking about Silvergate, but 2 banks fail in the same week. And it's not a big deal to anybody. Okay, let's keep going. You don't think it matters to other companies? You wait and see what confidence is lost because you can't regain it. You can't get it back. When something happens to someone, they remember it. They remember the scars. There's scar tissue there. You might heal up, but people remember '08, and people are trying to get ahead of this. Hey, Vanguard, right? BlackRock, together over $2 billion worth of shares in December. That's what they owned on this bank. You don't think that they're okay with something happening to that stock when it's $1 billion decision for them? Either they're in on the play, hey, and I'm just saying it, right? I'm not allowed to say this stuff, but allegedly, how could everybody have a stop loss built in knowing this is coming? You tell me who got out in time. Because I'm going to tell you, Citadel has what, 150, $120 million wrapped up? That's not a lot for them. But I want to know what companies have no confidence now in the banking system. I don't. I barely have any money in the damn bank. I got all my money in Fidelity, all my money in T. Rowe Price. I'm committing myself to certain institutions. But as far as like everyday transactions, I keep the minimum in there just to get, across the dotted line. Believe me or don't. But I'll just tell you guys, pay attention to Monday. Could it all come crumbling? Absolutely, because confidence is key. Good luck, guys. Janet Yellen, stop posturing. I know what you're doing. You're trying to put pressure on people to buy this shit. And I'll tell you right now, if you're out there, Bank of America, if you're out there, JP Morgan, if you're out there, anybody, stay the hell away from this because this is bad. This is good. Guys, 1,500 SPACs. 1,500 SPACs came onto the scene from 2020, 2022. And you're telling me those companies have cash where? I want to know. Peace.